Hey guys, I'm sorry that I can't be there with you, but I heard that you're going to be talking about genetics soon, something that you've already talked about. So, before I start, I got a little story to share with you. So, you know I'm not here because I had a baby. Well, here's the baby. That's pretty, right? Yeah. Well, I was thinking the other day when we had the baby, it's a good thing it doesn't look like me because this is what I looked like when I was a baby. Okay? Not very good. So obviously, my baby's good looks came from my wife. Now, you get half of your DNA from your mom and half of your DNA from your dad. So you get a mixture of different traits. But every once in a while, you end up looking a little bit more like one parent than the other. Luckily, my baby looks more like my wife because she's pretty. Okay? So, why is that we have babies that look more like one parent than the other? How come they don't look half like one parent and half like the other? Well, the reason is because of something called dominant and recessive alleles. You get one gene for each trait from mom and one from dad. Now, those might be the same. They might be different copies of the same gene. Okay, so my wife, she's got the pretty gene. I've got the ugly gene. So my baby's got a pretty gene and an ugly gene, but she's pretty. So what that means is that prettiness is dominant for my baby to being ugly. And this is just an example. It's not real life. So don't go saying, I'm going to have pretty babies because I'm pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay? So, anyways, my baby's got an ugly trait and a pretty trait. And dominant means that it covers up the effects of the other one. So if pretty is dominant, that means it's going to cover up all the ugliness that I have, which is fantastic for my baby. So, on Monday, when you guys start doing your lab, you're going to do dominant and recessive. There are some traits that are recessive. And if they have a dominant allele paired with them, they get covered up. Okay, so remember, dominant covers up the recessive. But if you have two copies of the recessive, then that means that you show the recessive phenotype. And phenotype is what you look like or you act like. Okay? So if my baby got an ugly gene from me and an ugly gene from my wife, which my wife is too pretty to have ugly genes, but if my baby had gotten that, my baby'd be ugly. But since she's got one dominant pretty gene and one recessive ugly gene from me, okay, she's pretty because my wife's pretty gene covers up her ugly gene from me. So hopefully that helps you guys. You're going to do a lab on Monday. And that's it. Peace out.